Hi, and welcome to Tucker Business and Travel. I'm your host, Howard Tucker. I'm also a travel advisor for Fora Travel. And I want to welcome our guest today. It's very special. Her name is Marilaura Maldonado. She's a group sales manager. And we want to talk about the business of travel and why it's so important that we, as travel advisors and group sales managers, collaborate together for the benefit of our guests. So, welcome, Marilaura.
Thank you so much, Howard, for having me.
And where are you broadcasting from?
From Florida, you can't see out that window. It is sunny and beautiful
Oh,
today.
Florida. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. And we love to send our clients to Florida. But today we're going to talk about Belize, right?
we are.
All
Another
right.
beautiful tropical destination.
Absolutely. We're going to do that. And so, with Belize, before we jump into the destination, let's talk about what we do in benefit for our clients. So, give us a little background on you and where you came from and what you did.
Sure. So, in short, what I do is I help people bring their events and their groups to life. So, I've been in hospitality now for 12 years. I started at the hotel level. So now I'm in a corporate office. I did event operations, so help the brides, held the bouquets, move
Hmm.
the tables. And now I'm in the corporate setting. So I oversee 5 hotels in Belize and in Turks and Caicos and do the same thing just from afar. So holding the bouquets virtually, but really helping people find locations that are unique and building those memories.
Excellent, excellent. And so the relationship between travel advisor and group sales manager, in your experience, how does that work well for you?
Travel advisors are like an extension of my team, is what I'll say. So we work really closely together. One, because they're the ones usually bringing me the client and saying, hey, you and I speak the same language. They need X, Y, Z. How do we do that? So we do a lot of the groundwork, even when we're not physically there on the ground, because both you and I are planning a conference that's in Belize, although
Mhm.
you're in Brazil and I'm in Florida. So that's one way. And then word of mouth. I mean, a lot of my travel advisors, bless them, I work with them in Belize and they come over to Turks because of word of mouth. They recommend a family to go have their tropical vacation somewhere else in my hotel. So that's another way I work really closely with them.
Excellent. And the way that I see from my perspective as a travel advisor, there's someone that knows the properties intimately. I don't have to do all the research. I can ask. When I say not do the research, it's not all just looking on the websites. I can actually get good information. I have clients that have preferences for A and preferences for B, and sometimes that doesn't show up on the website. So having someone that's been there, seen it, understand it. Oh no, we need accessible facilities,
Mhm.
or we need some facilities that allow us to have more festive occasions or being able to have little parades. It varies.
Right.
So, you having that type of, and you visit the properties. We
Yes.
just heard about you just coming back from Turks for a new property, so or renovated property.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that also we feed off of each other. Oh, Howard, here's something new. You want to take a look at this, or here's something that haven't considered before. And then when I talk to clients, I say, oh, well, this is not on the website. This is why you need Fora. This is why you need a travel advisor, because we go deeper than what you could probably see on a third party system.
100%. It's like having your own personal chat GPT.
Yeah,
That's
exactly,
what it
exactly.
is.
And then we also dig deeper. So, I like that type of thing. And our relationship is based upon mutual respect, professionalism, and also to understanding what our strengths are. And
Right.
I appreciate your strengths on the coordination of the conference end of it. I don't have to worry about menus. I don't have to worry about, when the crudité comes and where it goes. It's all taken care of, but I can focus on the marketing of the event. I can focus on making sure my client is calm and can
Right.
focus on the details of the presentations of other pieces. So some people say, "Oh, I can do it all myself." This is
Hmm.
a team type of
It is.
project, especially when you're talking about conferences.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I agree with you. I mean, I think that when I have clients that have travel advisors, you feel the difference. The smoothness is just there because a travel advisor, is looking at it from kind of like an aerial view and
Hmm.
saying, okay, this is what I need, this is what I need. And you're really thinking of every step and then allowing me time to kind of work with you on those steps. Things like transportation, things like the signage at the airport, right? Those are very small details that make an impact for arrival. But when you're also having to do the presentation, your client can't think of the logo, the correct logo for the arrival process, but you and I can because those are our niches. So it's great, and you see the difference. It comes out in the work. It comes out at the end when you look at the room that's full, and how we'll see it in November. We're going to see all of our dreams come to fruition.
Absolutely. And I also think that it's a matter of understanding that the client has an invested interest, and we both have a vested interest in our client. We work together. Because you and I have conversations, or and then other group sales managers too, we have conversations well before and after the client gets on and off the call. So
Right.
that coordination and trust is very important. Now, the financial benefits, of course, for both of us are significant. When everything works right, there is the financial benefit for the property as well as the advisor, making sure that there are people coming and enjoying and so forth. And as you were saying earlier, the word of mouth gets out there. Those two really know what they're doing. I think you want to work with
Exactly.
them. We like what we saw and we want to work with them. And I think that's important for the business community to also know that we're not just vacation and weddings. We also do, professional events, and also to do professional conferences, because that's also part of the business.
Exactly. And people don't think of, at least for me, right? People don't think of the Caribbean as a destination for conferences.
Mm.
They
And why do
they
you think
don't
that
think of it.
is? That's a good point. Why do you think that?
I think we're so used to the run of the mill conference room, classroom
Mhm.
style, just somebody like with a mundane voice talking, no windows. When you think of Belize and Turks, you think of the beach, the water, vacation. They don't think of that. But like I can say from just coming back from Turks a couple weeks ago, I did have meetings, right? There, three of my hotels are there. But I also went out to Grand Turk with the on property sales team and we did a team building, and that strengthens our relationships, right? And that will do the same thing for any organization that they go out, have a meeting, but also go out and learn about new culture and experience it for themselves. So it's something people don't think about. And then when they do it, they fall in love with it and they want to keep doing it. But it is something that it's it's
I
new. It's
understand.
still a new thing. Yeah.
I understand. So, we have the opportunity, even within this podcast, to put that seed out there and
Hmm.
say that, look at other destinations. And that's a great perk. I was a CEO of a large organization, and if I had the budget, I would like say, oh, let's go and have a conference. We had conferences in Atlantic City, we had conferences in the United States, but Belize is very affordable, and
Right. Yeah,
and allows you to do more for a very modest budget. It's a great perk to say to, your really high performers, hey, I want to do something special for you here. And not only do you get the conference and the information, you also get to relax a little bit and team build, because the relationships, even among those teams, are very important.
yeah, absolutely. Especially
So
now that everyone's remote, right? Like it's really important to have get in a room together, hang out, build together because that's what's gonna eventually get you great results. It builds
absolutely.